Hey, Journey, did you know that Daddy's trans? Did you know that Daddy's trans? Do you care?
Yeah.
You do? How much? A lot?
What?
Did you know that Daddy has a vagina?
Vagina?
Yes.
Oh. It has vagina?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Good talk. Hey, Journey, did you know that Daddy's trans?
Here. It's called It's Perfectly Normal. I'll read some of this for you. It says, after a bit, a person's becomes moist and slippery, and the clitoris becomes hard. After a bit, a person's becomes erect, stiff, and larger. Sometimes a bit of clear fluid that may contain a few sperm comes out of the tip of the penis and makes it wet.
Can we, sir, I'm sorry.
Was it something I said? If you don't want to hear it in a school board meeting, why should children be able to check it out of the school system? We have perverts that are perverting our kids. And you all sit back smug in your chairs, but you don't want me to read it. Why? Does it bother you? Yes or no? You can't answer that question. You want to know why? Because politically speaking, you can't say that it's wrong. And you don't want me to read the filth because it exposes the truth. How dare you tell me to stop reading it? If you don't want to hear it, why should the children have to see it?
Pastor, your time is up.
Fucking devils, man.
Trans?
Hey, Shalom Akim Shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I'm going to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel abroad, lift up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Man, bro. This is fucking nuts, man. Okay? This is fucking nuts. And this is what we have to shield our children from, but it's like next to the impossible because for the simple fact, this is going on all around us, man. Okay, we was talking about it at the class today about how, children are picking up these bad habits outside of the homes, and then some of them are picking up bad habits in the homes, and, your kids being unsupervised outside of your jurisdiction for 8 to 10 hours a day. Okay, you got to understand that your children is literally at school 40 hours a week, so that's more than enough time to indoctrinate your kids. Okay, where they're home with you 6 to 7 to 8 hours, the other half of that they're sleeping, processing the indoctrination. So basically the school systems have more time with your children than what you have, so you have to work twice as hard to detox the child's mind, because there's a war on the children now, clearly. Okay, now this guy right here, man, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if they set him up to do this, if he's part of the agenda, but if he's just honestly being blatantly real about what he's coming out as, this is wickedness, and Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai will destroy this place. Okay? This place has to be destroyed because this shit starts at home. Okay? He's telling this little girl that he's a transmission and he has a vajayjay. But when she gets older, she's going to be confused because of her mindset. Wait a minute. Mommy and daddy created me, but why do daddy have, why do I have two fathers? And this is the sick shit that goes on in these homes. This is the sick shit that goes on in the school. Like this Jake said in this video, man, Jake was basically livid because he was like, wait a minute, you don't want me to read this, but yet you get to bring it out in your schools. Because there's an agenda to destroy the minds of the kids, man, because Esau Edom knows that this is the last generation. Okay, that's why Yahweh Shai said that this generation should by no means pass until all these things be fulfilled. So this is the last generation, man. All right, this is the book of Wisdom of Solomon 12. And I'm going to start at verses 3. It says, for it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of the Holy Land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts. And this ain't nothing but fucking witchcraft, man. Okay? This is sorcery at its finest. Because this is blatantly promoted. This is blatantly put out there. Okay? Nobody's speaking out against it. And when you do speak out against it, you become ostracized, okay? People become furious. People say, oh, you're judging me. This is diversity. You're judging me. But wait a minute. Ain't you judging me for speaking out against something that ain't right? Because for you to say I'm judging you shows you that you're being wicked. Because you know that is an unnatural thing. And you niggas, man, you niggas are going to be fucked. The Lord going to fuck up the 2/3, man. Straight up. Guys like this, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to have his way with men like this. This man is going to get brutally put to death. Thus says the Lord. And everybody that think like him, that behaves like him, that have a mindset like him, that act like him, the Lord will destroy you. And don't get it twisted, Esau. You're definitely not let off the hook for this because you are the progenitor of this madness. Okay, you got that Edomite guy, that senator, whatever the hell that fucking blockhead Edomite is. He gonna talk about he's the first. He identifies as a lesbian trans woman. Okay, yet this man is fucking redder than goddamn. This dude is fucking red as this goddamn slider sign down here, or he's as red as an Edomite come, and yet he's talking about he identified with being a colored woman because for the simple fact he has Native and Cherokee blood in him. Like, yeah, which generation, clown? And then he said that he identified as being a lesbian because he's still madly in love with his wife. Well, idiot, that means that you're not a lesbo. You're a heterosexual. You may not be heterosexual. Okay, you clearly your mind is off, but you're still in love with your wife. You're still popping this because you're a man, dickhead, dummy. You know, but this is the type of bullshit we have to sidestep and supersede to allow to ruin our lives, man. That's why this is an anti-Messiah society. This society is based on anti-Hamashiach teachings. Okay, we need the law, statutes, and commandments to be promoted. That's why you have all this bullshit. Like we was in class today, and I brought the example. I was like, in the ancient world, they throw a stone at your ass. Where the teacher was like, well, that's the way they did with ancient cultures. I said, well, obviously it worked. It kept confusion down. Clearly, in this society, you need to bring back that old law of they need to bring back the draconian laws of the law, statutes, and commandments. Because this is what happens when you don't have the law, statutes, and commandments pumped over the planet Earth. And the solution is simple. Okay, while all these so-called politicians and lawmakers and all these other fucking freaks of nature versus these teachers and college institutions, they're talking about trying to make the world a better place and how can we help heal the sick from mental depression and dementia and being these type of people. Well, the key to that is pushing the law, statutes, and commandments, because when you push the law, statutes, and commandments, it's black and white, A to point Z, black and white. This is the penalty of having a bundle of sticks as a man. You take this and you do X, Y, and Z. You got a rebellious sons after you try to deal with him and bring him up. He's still a nigga. This is what you do. Okay? You won't have a such thing as the Kia boys if we were enforcing the law, statutes, and commandments. Now these little niggas are getting slick. They still in Cadillacs now, man. Still in caddies, bro. All right? And it says here, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, and also those merciless murderers of children, and devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of blood, and with their preaching out in the midst of their idolatrous crews, and the parents that killed their own hands, souls destitute of help. Okay, and that's the point, man. You people are a bunch of damn witches. Okay, you're a bunch of idolaters. Idolatry. Okay, feast of blood with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crews, and the parents that kill with their own hands, souls destitute of help. You're literally feeding your kids to Moloch, man. You're basically giving them over for the slaughter because you're pumping that venom in their spirit. All right, 2 Peter 2, and I'm gonna start at verses 5. It says, and spare not the old world, but save Noah the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in a flood upon the world of the ungodly. Okay, and what was the flood? When the Lord literally drowned every man, woman, and child on this planet Earth, besides Noah and his 3 sons and their women. Okay, it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an example unto those that shall live ungodly. So you think that these people will learn from the bullshit that they've engaged in, but yet they're getting more bolder in their wickedness. Okay, they're getting more bolder, they're getting more outspoken. They're out in the open with it now because they have protected classes for these people. Okay, it says an example unto those that shall live ungodly. So if this is an example of what happened in the ancient world for living this type of lifestyle, what the hell why you think the Lord allowed them to create nukes? Okay, this place needs to be cleansed, man, ASAP, and delivered just Lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. It says, and the conversation goes into their deeds, their actions. For that righteous man dwelling among them and seeing and hearing vexed his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. Okay, but the Lord know how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment and to be punished. Okay, it says, but chiefly them that walk after the flesh and the lust of uncleanness and despise government, presumptuous are they, self-willed, they are not afraid to speak evil of dignitaries. Okay, which the point 12, but these as natural brute beasts made to be taken and destroyed, speak evil of the things they understand not, and shall utterly perish in their own corruption, man. So yeah, they're gonna be destroyed. Okay, and we're gonna witness the downfall of the wicked. The scriptures say we're gonna tread our feet in the blood of the wicked, man. Okay, so it's deserving at this point. Habakkuk 1:1, it says, the bird which Habakkuk the prophet did see, it says, O Yahweh, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, but thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are they that rise up strife and contention. Therefore the law is slack, and judgment never doth go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous, therefore wrong judgment proceedeth, man. Okay, and this is the reason why we're living in this hellish society. But it's going to be a recompense, because peep it out. Behold ye among the heathen, and regard and wonder marvelously. For I will work a work in your days which ye would not believe, though it be told to you, man. It's okay, so the Lord is going to raise us up. He's going to clean this fucking place, man. Okay, with fire. Like the scriptures goes into the besom of destruction. That's clearly needed for the time we're in, man. Okay, this place needs to be destroyed. Plain blank, period. And with that, I'm going to end it, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and above all, shalom.